Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Build Different podcast. I'm still the basketball guy. Still got that title, haven't lost it. King, how you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You ain't have to start the show off with lies, man. I'm good though. How you,
How's
bro?
that a lie? How's that a lie? That's been the truth since
I mean, self-proclaimed,
we established it.
self-proclaimed. Nobody believes it. Nobody would believe it, but I mean, we'll
But now
see.
I'm saying
I mean,
I explained the reason why I had that title is because you've yet to be right on a number of series. I have, and so we're waiting on you. You picked the Celtics in this series, right?
yeah, I did. Celtics in six. Porzingis healthy. Celtics in six.
You picked the Celtics. Okay, cool. So I picked the Mavs. So once again, we'll have the opportunity to, to see who's really the basketball guy. If you say at least to get this, at least it'd be two, at least it'd be like what, like 3-1 or whatever the case. So
What are the other? What are the other two? So we both picked
Lakers,
the Nuggets. You just picked them in five. I picked them in
right.
six.
So that's where
So
I
we
was
so
right and you was wrong. So I was
all
right
right.
on
So
that
we
one.
got the series right.
The Mavs, Timberwolves.
So you're the
You were
basketball guy because you
you
got
were
the
wrong
number right.
about you were wrong. Yeah, and then let's move forward to the next one. Mavs, Timberwolves. You talked about Anthony Edwards. You said he was gonna be this and that. All that was proven wrong. You talked about the Timberwolves defense, how that was gonna, be too much for the Mavs. That was wrong. So not only were you wrong on the series, it's also the analysis and multiple aspects of the analysis where you were wrong. And so that's where you have to be held accountable. And you lost your title on this podcast as the basketball guy.
Analysis was right for the Denver and Lakers series, right?
No, I mean, what was your analysis there? I mean,
Oh, you
it was
can't remember
no
that one.
It was no. I mean, well, yeah, it was the first round or second round. So I mean, yeah. But I'm saying, like, what analysis did you really have there that was cutting edge that everybody wasn't saying?
I mean, I think I had a great analysis. I think I'll be spot on with everything I say. I
No,
can't
no,
predict
I
the
mean, that's
numbers. Like
false.
that's
That's
luck.
false. That's
That's
false.
luck. That's luck. That's
That's false
luck.
because I just explained how you weren't spot on.
So
So
so I- so
I can see that
so
you're just
so honest,
spiraling at this
like
point.
honestly, again, I just felt LeBron. You know, I gave him too much credit, and that was my mistake. But we in the
Too many
NBA
mistakes.
finals. We in the NBA. We in the NBA finals. That's your guy. We in the NBA finals. So
Doesn't
we'll
matter.
see where
I'm
it go
just
from here.
don't
But
try to move. Don't try to move the
nothing
needle.
about
Don't try
you.
to move the goalposts.
No, I'm not
I'm
moving it.
saying we're talking
Nothing
about
about you
analysis.
is a
Your
nothing about
analysis
you
was
should in
wrong.
reference. Nothing
Your
about
analysis
you
was
should be
wrong.
basketball related. Nothing
Yeah,
about you
my
is
analysis is
basketball
basketball related.
anything.
My analysis is basketball related.
No. You give your opinion and it be off. It's
No,
off.
it was completely
You didn't
right.
even have
It
an
was completely right.
analysis
In
about.
the Mavs
Listen,
Timberwolves series, it was
you
completely
didn't even
right.
have an analysis about that series. You just
Yes, I did.
said,
I can tell you what
"Oh,
my
you're."
analysis was.
No,
It was that
what was
it
it?
was that your boy was not ready, and this was one of the best, probably the best backcourt ever, and he wasn't going to be able to contend with that. And that was the exact thing that happened. Unlike you, who what you said,
No,
the opposite
no, that's
happened.
not.
What you
That's
said.
not. First of all, no, that's not what you said to start the series. And
That's
we got the.
exactly
We can
what I
go back
said.
and check. That's not
You
what you
always
said to
say
start
that,
the
and we
series.
can. That's what I said.
Yeah, man. Justin needs to do. Man, you can. Yo, you didn't say they were the best backcourt till mid series, bro. What are you
No,
talking
bro.
about?
I've been as a matter, bro. I'm not going semantics, bro. I was harping their praises as far as them as a backcourt and them being too
Yeah,
much for the Timberwolves
when
and
they up
AE.
2-0, 3-0, yeah, you hopping praises. I know how it go. I know.
I picked them. I picked them.
And
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 and,
and
and
you
hold on.
picked that.
You're not gonna twist it. If we didn't have a show until the series was 2-0 or 1-0 or whatever, I think our show was after the first game. Our show was after the first game. I said what was going to happen. You said what was going to happen. You were wrong. I was right. And I really don't know what.
Your analysis
this
about them being the best
conversation
backcourt.
is about.
Wasn't Yeah, after the first after we had a show and I did say Anthony Edwards would come back. I did say that, but you never talked
Right,
about
and I
them being
said
the
he
best
wouldn't.
backcourt again.
Yes, I did. That
Anyway,
was that
what
was
we
my
got on
point.
what
That
we
was
got
my
on
point.
tap for the day? What we got on tap for the day, man? What's up, man?
I'm saying so. The Celtics and the Mavs are playing tomorrow. Celtics and the Mavs are playing tomorrow. So as far as obviously it's been about a week or whatever since you've been able to look at that. You gave your pick at the last second of the last show. Where do you stand now on this series? Where do you see what do you see happening?
Man, it's tougher every day, and I'm not even gonna lie. And it's man, we're really picking at straws on who think who's gonna win. So Porzingis is playing, and I said if he was healthy, Boston would win in 6. I feel that their starting five, and this is why I was picking Boston to start off. All right, what Dallas did versus the Timberwolves isn't going to be the same recipe for success. Boston has a starting five of any single player that can give you. Derek White is an unsung hero. Even Josh Hart said that he feels that Derek White, because of what he does, and he does everything, that he's basically the piece that keeps Boston floating, right? That's not his words. I'm just paraphrasing. So it's really tough, man. And I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment because of what Luka and Kyrie did to the Timberwolves. And I was again so high on the Timberwolves. Um, this is honestly going to be who can get I feel like the last stop. Boston has 4 guys that can defend on a high level. White, Drew Holiday, Tatum, Brown. Porzingis' ability to stretch the floor allows Lively and or PJ to have to not be able to protect the rim. That gives Tatum and Brown the space to operate. It's really a chess game. I'm sticking to Boston in 6. Porzingis' interview did not make me feel good about how healthy he is. He said I'm gonna try to play. We'll see how it go. Like those are the things that he's saying. I don't know if it's a puppeteer here. He you know what I'm saying, he doing that, but I'm gonna stick to it, man. And I think the combination of those two wings, Tatum and Brown versus Kyrie and Luka, I think it's their time. This is uncharted waters for Luka, uncharted waters for the whole Dallas team, essentially. And from Al Horford all the way down the line, these guys, Drew Holiday's a champion, have been here, and they should be able to prevail, and with home court advantage.
Overall. So let me give y'all the basketball guys analysis. I believe that Luka and Kyrie, they do not have. I don't give a damn about Drew Holiday. I don't give a damn
The disrespect is crazy.
about
Yeah.
White. Doesn't matter. They don't have a defensive presence on that side that's doing that's
Oh my
contending
God.
with those two guys. They get to decide when they want to. They can say, "Hey, Luka, you take over right now." Kyrie can say, "Okay, I'm taking over right now." We heard LeBron talk about Kyrie just recently.
He
Most
said it after I said it
gifted,
about it. He said it
most
after I said about it.
gifted. Listen, I don't want to get sidetracked.
I mean, I'm saying
Most gifted, basketball player he's ever seen or played with. I forgot which one it was. It might have been seen, but that's just the case. That's what we're looking at right here.
and he
I
did
think
say he
that
just said in the
when
NBA history.
in NBA history, cool. That's what the Celtics have to contend with. When you get on that court, look, man, it's a certain energy that a dog brings to the table that if you're not ready for it, you'll get consumed by it. We saw Luka with taking the last shot of the game. Uh, when Rudy Gobert was in front of him, barbecue chicken. We saw that dog come out. We saw him at the end. You know what I'm saying? We saw that raw emotion. This series, we're gonna continue to see that. You said this is uncharted waters for Luca. It's not gonna look like it. This is his time. He's going out there. He's gonna get his ring. Kyrie's gonna get another ring. Um, Jason Tatum, I don't believe that he can be consistent enough in this series to be able to win it. I think that he'll have a few games where he'll take nights off, or he just won't be on his game. He's not hitting. He'll be passing the ball off, and I'm hearing like an echo from
Yeah,
me.
me
I
too.
mean, from me on, like, I don't know, but yeah. So he's not going to be able to just be consistent throughout the series. Jaylen Brown, he's the best player they have, but he's not enough. Like, and then he can't go left. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. So Al Horford is old. He could barely run. He's
He's
barbecue chicken.
effective, bro.
You get him on
He's
defense. He's
effective,
done.
man.
You know, hey,
What?
hey, 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 hey. The basketball guy's
Uh,
talking. The basketball guy's talking. The basketball guy's talking. Let me give my analysis. This is what this is what the people want to hear. They need to know who to put their picks on, their prop bets. They need to get everything right. So Al Horford is way too old. This is the final year in the league. He's gonna retire after this. He's gonna lose. He's gonna retire. Um, White, he's not effective enough player. He is. I'll take PJ Washington over White as a third piece any day. Um, that's just the case. When it comes to, again, big men, Lively, Gafford, young guys, energetic, um, they're on the boards. And Horford is too old. So simple as that. It's gonna be done in 6, just because it is the finals. So what I'm saying, the league got to get that money. So they're gonna give a couple to the Celtics, but it'll be over in 6, man.
so you got Dallas in 6. I got Boston in 6. The disrespect that you just spoke is crazy. All right, so I don't know if you heard Holiday said, man, look, he's gonna get guarded by probably the worst defensive player out of the starting 5, and he's gonna cook. I don't know if that's a shot at Luka or if that's a shot at Kyrie. He wasn't.
Wait, who said that?
Drew Holiday. He said he's going to get guarded by the worst defensive player out of their starting 5 because offensively he's the 5th worst, quote unquote, offensive player that they have. So he'll get the favorable matchup, and which is true. I mean, and he's going to have a mismatch advantage regardless of who it is. This is why I say it's a chess match. This is why I call it a chess game, baby. Like it's really about those little substitutions, defensive adjustments, right? Like offensive set, like just finding those mismatches, learning how to exploit them. Because with every game, it just keeps getting tougher and tougher. White and Holiday that you just said don't even worry about are the reasons why I do believe like they'll be able to close this one off. It's you see that you gotta you really gotta understand this. See how bad Milwaukee became when they lost them is why Boston, and I'm talking about Holiday, have exceeded. Man, they're 14 games better than anybody in the league this regular season, and it's for a reason. Hanging their hat defensively, and in the Indianapolis series against the Pacers, which their flaw was closing games and series they were man, it was like 3-4 games that they closed last minute. I'm excited. It's going to be probably one of the most competitive finals that we've seen in a long time. And I don't see a game either way, a blowout. I see, like I said, I see it being adjustments. Last 2 minutes, coaching really being the key to this, man. Like whether it's 6 games, 7 games, it's going to be something a spectacle, and I'm extremely excited. And this is what it's all about. This is the greatest time of the year, regardless of what anybody say. Right here.
Nah, this not. This isn't the greatest time of the year. This is like the
Hey,
yes. Is it even the second greatest?
here comes more
I
disrespect.
put
Here comes more disrespect.
March. I think March Madness is probably. Uh,
There's
yeah.
nothing. First of all, let me
Depends.
just be on the record. There's nothing greater than that 4x1 in the Olympics being ran. There's nothing greater than that. When there's
Yes, there
nothing
is.
greater than that in sports.
Yes, there
Nothing.
is. Yes, there is. I
That
think
those
the
40
entertainment.
seconds, there's nothing greater than that.
Yes, it is. The Super
All
Bowl.
right. Call,
The
call what you
Super
want,
Bowl for
man.
sure.
Call what you
The
want.
Super Bowl for sure. All right, man. So listen, I'm looking at the New York Post here, and oh shoot. All right, there we go. So Kennedy Carter is harassed at Chicago
I
Sky's
was waiting for you to
hotel
bring this up.
amid Caitlin Clark flagrant foul drama. So it looked like they found their hotel. Obviously, we seen the at this point we seen the foul by her on Caitlin Clark.
Mhm,
I'm gonna give my take on that. First of all, just
mhm,
unnecessary. I think anybody could see that and say it's just unnecessary. I mean, it's not really a basketball play. I mean, even when who was this guy? Okay. Even when even when like in the Olympics and Kobe is like, oh, I'm gonna run through Pau Gasol the screen and send a message, da da da, right?
mhm,
That's a
mhm,
basketball play, even if it was he did it too hard and on purpose. Um, you know, it's a basketball play. Like he's setting the screen and he's running through it hard, in a sense, right? Um, when I was in high school, like, hey, send a message sometimes. At the start of a game, our coach this is funny because we weren't a good team, but like one week our coach was like, "Hey, we want to send a message this week." Um, Cola was one of our big guys on the line. Like he was our biggest dog on the line, our D line. So he was like, "Hey, jump the snap on purpose." So this is what you do here is like the D lineman jumps the snap and runs into the offensive lineman and puts him on his
mhm.
ass, and it's like you just sending a message. You know what I mean? But even at that, it's an offsides. Like even though you're doing it on purpose, it's a football play in a sense because you just jumped off sides and you ran into the offensive lineman, you put him on his ass. This is away from the play. It was they had just scored, I believe. They're going down the court. I think Caitlin's waiting for the ball, and then she just trucks her, blindsides her, and trucks her, which was weird. Um, Now, I don't know what to make of it. I think obviously, bro, like I think just like Lonzo Ball and his situation, when you have a lot of hype, people they want to knock you, they can't wait to knock you off that pedestal or
Mhm.
I don't know, prove to everyone that you're not who they think you are.
They think you are. Mhm.
So I think that is the energy that, that Caitlyn is getting. And I also think that the WNBA players, I think some of the vets, and maybe rightly so, but at the same time, not rightly so, are they don't like the attention that Caitlyn is getting because they don't think it's deserved. However, if she's getting it, it is deserved. It's as simple as that because she's getting it. Um, if I make content, I can't say, oh, this person's doing that. Their content, they don't deserve the numbers that they're getting. Nah, they're getting the numbers that they're getting, so they do deserve it. It's just simple as that. Whatever your appeal is, no matter what the components are that give it to you, whatever your appeal is, everything is included, and that brings people. At the end of the day, there's a lot more eyes on the WNBA. There's and the numbers speak for themselves. I don't think this isn't like a. We've seen Pat McAfee go on. I think he got in trouble for calling her a white B
Did he
word.
even get in trouble?
I mean, he had to apologize. I don't know, but I think it was in a complimentary fashion, even though the words weren't right.
Mm-hmm.
He was the whole segment was him speaking of her praises, essentially just saying like, look, bro, the numbers they speak for themselves. You can see the Indiana Fever's games, everything's fucking sold out. You can see, whatever WNBA this jersey sales, everything. Look, she is the SHIT, and so it's just as simple as that. Um, so everybody else talking, oh well, we've been playing good basketball. Well, nobody cared, and the people who did care, it wasn't enough. You're in the business of entertainment. I don't give a damn how good of basketball you're playing. You're in the business of entertainment. You got to bring eyes. She's bringing eyes, and you got to embrace that. And the NFL, whoever brings eyes, brings attention, they protect them. We got the Tom Brady rule going at knees. Everything is, hey, let's protect the quarterback. How can we score more points? They understand that they're in the business of entertainment, and they continue to push in that direction with changes of rules, all of it. And I think that is just the case. So Caitlin Clark is here to stay. She's good for the game, and we've seen it. Allow it to blossom, allow it to flourish. No hate. That's the bottom line.
Man, I think this is a business conversation with it's business versus personal. And I think that's the difference in why the outsiders have the perspective they have, and then the women that are playing play the way that they play. And I mean, let's call it what it is, right? She brought the white eyes that brought the money that now is garnishing all of these things that are allowing the ladies to get recognition, chartered flights, all of these things that, come with the big dollars, right? Um so
I don't mean to cut you
what
off,
I
but when you
would
say white,
urge
when you say white eyes,
white viewers, white people. I mean,
right? I don't understand that perspective because I think there's a lot of niggas that were not watching that watch now,
say that again.
due to her as well. I think there are a lot of niggas who weren't watching that watch now due to her. I think it's
But it's what
overall.
it
Say it again.
no, I was gonna let you finish. Go ahead. Overall,
Yeah, I think it's overall. It's in the ether right now. It is WNBA is getting some attention. I think it's partly due to Caitlyn is always in it, but it was, hey, Caitlyn and her style of play and her excitement, and also Angel Reese and Caitlyn feud. I think that does a lot too. That's how we saw that game. That game probably had a lot of eyes on it as well. But there's been white players in the WNBA. There's been white girls balling in the WNBA. B Stu, um, whatever. Who's a 3-point shawty that
Sabrina.
went up against Sabrina. So, and I don't think that there was a abundance of like black people that were already watching the WNBA. So I don't think it's a fair point or to say white eyes. I think it's just, you know, more people watching. Simple.
Nah, I think it is. I'm not saying that she like because she's the first, like she Jackie Robinson or something, right? The first white girl to play in the WNBA is not. Is the first one that they attach themselves to. And again, from
But why?
Stewart to Sabrina to Rebecca Lobo, right? To I mean, there's been and you know, there have been white ladies that have played in the WNBA. I can't speak to why them, right? She went to Iowa. She decided to stay home instead of going to UConn and playing for Geno or whatever, right? Like, even you know I'm saying Paige is at UConn right now. Paige was the #1 prospect in their same class. Same year they came out, Paige was #1, right? Like, and
Yeah.
again, why? I I can't speak to that. But what I do know from knowing the history of the WNBA, right? Her buzz is like no other, right? Whether it's social media, whether it's whatever. And I think what she could do to help, and again, I don't want to speak out of turn, but to help this process is maybe speak highly about the ladies that paved the way prior, like Angel did, right? When Angel got clothesline, she didn't talk about, oh, I'm getting hammered and played this victim role. She said, nah, I expect it. You see what I'm saying? Like, nope. And I'm not saying, and when you watch Caitlin play, right, she out there talking, man. She doing her thing, right? Rightfully so. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's not like she's out there competing, and that's what we want, and that's what we love to see. It's just the after effect that I think a lot of people are having an issue with. For me personally, when the age I am, and Candace Parker was probably the most skilled, the one of the most talented, if not the most talented WNBA players that probably ever graced it, right? Rookie of the year and MVP all in the same year. And to my point earlier, right? Nobody cared. You know what I'm saying? Nobody decided to put money behind them when she dunking the basketball. Like, nobody did. So, and for me, that was us watching. We knew about Candace Parker and Sheldon Williams, right? And we're wondering,
Who?
like, yo, huh?
Who's us? Who's us?
Like, well, okay, maybe not true, but the black people that especially the black guys that followed, like, yo, how does Sheldon Williams back Candace Parker? Like, when Skylar Diggins and Lil Wayne,
I think
right?
I
Like,
think I think I think you like we always knew like the most, like everybody would always know the most famous WNBA back, like Skylar
no, but
Diggins. She was
but no, you
bad.
know about you
Um,
knew about Skylar because of how she looked. So my point in
right.
all of this,
And even
hold on, let
but
me finish. Let me finish.
what I'm
Let me
trying to say
finish.
is, but no, but because I was speaking to a point that you made though, and what I'm trying to separate, and I think that you have something mistaken because you are a basketball fan, and like you are, you play and you always around the game, you coach the game, you love basketball. And I think you probably are around people who love it. And like I said, you've been able to form relationships with different people around the game, Cheryl Swoops, and you at the girls camp. That's amazing. And I think but that clouds your view and your public perception of what it really is on a grand scale. And for
No, it
me,
doesn't.
from a
It doesn't.
casual, well then I need to let you know that you're wrong about something, because for me as a casual, we didn't fucking watch the WNBA.
I said that
I'm
already,
speaking for
though.
the
You're not
public.
listening. I
So
said
so when you
nobody
say us,
cared. I said
no,
nobody cared.
but
So
you're
I'm
saying
telling you
us.
how it got,
So when you
how we got to
so
this.
who
So when I said
so
us,
who
I'm
is
talking about.
us?
So that's what I was trying to tell you. If you just let me finish my statement. So when I said
Who's
us,
us?
I said even if it was the guys watching, right, and knowing that Candace Parker and Skylar Diggins and
Who's
whoever
the
else you want to
guys?
say is bad, you're not watching the game, but you're
But we
aware
didn't
of
watch.
the situation.
Okay, that's
So
different.
my point to you,
Okay.
yeah. So that's what. If you just stop talking, let me finish, then you would have heard that. So you're aware
Okay.
of the situation, and you see, and again, man, Skylar Diggins was in a lot of commercials. She was in music videos. I'm
Right.
saying, like, so
I
my
knew who
whole
Skylar
point
Diggins
to
was.
back when I say the white eyes is because we were still to some degree paying attention, but not giving it buzz. Um, at Monica McNutt and Stephen A. Did you see First Take a couple days ago?
Yeah.
Right. She said, yo, you had the platform to be able to bring more eyes to this, and you chose not to 3 years ago. And her point in it is Steve A and media is all the way up here. But who is he back? Who's backing him? You see what I'm saying? Like that brand name that's backing him that gives it relevancy.
Let me
Nobody
tell you
felt
something.
that it was enough. Nobody felt that it was enough to back, right? She comes along,
So that's
rightfully
right.
so, man, leading scorer in college basketball history of all time. You know who the leading scorer of the women's were prior? Kelsey Plum.
Was that okay?
You see what I'm saying? Another white lady. So
Yeah.
for whatever reason, and that's when you asked me why, and I said, bro, I can't really tell you why, but whatever it is that has their attention is why now I feel like it's blossoming to what it is. And from a business side, like you, Matt Barnes, Stephen A, Shannon Sharp, everybody's alluded to, and it's a million percent right. Ride this wave because it's something that you've never had before. And then the likes
Right.
of Teresa Weatherspoon and Rebecca Lobo and even Don's doing her thing, but man, Cheryl and even now when Brianna retire and Sue Bird and all these ladies, then their pop will be more massive because she's built the following for companies and people to put money behind these women from the past to now help cultivate this relationship to keep it growing.
Right. That's all I'm saying. So it's as simple as, hey, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got the goose that's laying a golden egg. Take care of the, just don't hate on the goose. That's simply it.
So
Um,
who do you
and
feel is hating and how? You mean by that play you define that as hate?
yes, I do. Um, in this sense, that what is the, because and it's the sequence that's just a little nasty to me.
Okay.
The You run her over, right? And I haven't played against Caitlin Clark on the floor, so you know what I mean. Who knows what the exchanges are? But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
just the amount of vitriol. To, okay, boom, I'm gonna run you over, and then I mean, bitch, the whole nine.
Hold
No,
on,
no,
hold on.
no.
You broke up. You said I'm gonna hold on. You said I'm gonna run you over and what? I couldn't hear you.
She calls her a bitch, runs her over, and now she's going back to the huddle. I guess it's a timeout. She's going back to the huddle. There's Angel, like, yeah, hugging her. It's like, it's like, what's that for?
Bro,
Play
that's who
basketball.
Angel has been though. But that celebration and that act, everybody that knows those two, that's who they are. Angel from
That's who,
2 years ago.
that doesn't have any
So
place in WNBA though.
so all right. So again, the
I'm saying the
WNBA,
act. I'm
NBA, or
saying the
sport
act.
in general. No. The act was unjustifiable. Her running her over. But now
Cool.
you're talking
That's
about.
it.
But now you're bringing it into Angel Reese
But
clapping.
I said the whole sequence. So that's why I'm painting the whole
So
picture of the
prior,
entire sequence.
so prior to that, they said that Caitlin Clark called her to be word. So I don't know if you remember, Caitlin Clark hit the shot. Now she in her face. I
Who
don't know if
said
you,
that?
huh? So
Who said
later
that?
reports. So when they asked Carter in that after that game, what did she say? She said, "Man, I don't know what she said." Right? She kept diffusing it, like, "Man, it don't matter. I'm not talking no Caitlin Clark. I'm not giving it that type of energy." And then later it came out that they was just drawing. She hit the shot. Caitlin hit the shot. Boom. She come down, hit the shot. Now they about to inbound. And from what Kate said to her, made her, do what she did. And again, it's wrong, right? Man, she could at least waited for her to inbound it, man, make a play on the ball.
Right. Keep it
You kind of
basketball.
achieved the same thing, but she let her emotions get the best of her. We get it. We got it. But you call it hate. And for me, the word friend I don't use lightly, and the word hate I don't use lightly, because it's so
That's
much
you.
gray to it. So when you say, yeah, right. So that's why I'm giving you my perspective. So when you say hate, does it mean if Draymond does it to somebody, he hates him? Or is that Draymond's character? Or that's who he's been on the floor
So
if he
that's what
does
I'm
a
saying.
egregious play?
So it's a difference in generation. When we say hate, we're not saying like fucking like the devil hate, like bro, like it's not that serious. Like you just explained it. That's why I said that's you. Like we use the hate term very loosely. So like if I
Right.
get a new pair of shoes or whatever, he's like, oh, you got the Jordan. Oh, I mean they all right, but you should have got the oh, you got the twos. Oh, you should have got the ones, like something like that. He's like, oh, you hating, like little shit like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying just from the WNBA in general, like it's a lot of, hey, we don't want to acknowledge her, um, what she's bringing. We don't want to acknowledge her star power. We want to deflect attention from it and say, no, well, we've been good. We've been doing this and that. Oh, she didn't do nothing for us. This is what we've da da da. It's Angel. Oh, it's not her. It's me as well. Um, da 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 da. Whatever the case is, I think that is the main message that you get from all these ladies versus praise for her and what she's doing, which is big.
Right. I'm not gonna dispute that because no, I haven't heard one lady when they talk about her as if anything other than personally. So the point that I'm trying to make is that you're right. So let me say this. You're right. When she gets brought up, you give her the praise by also acknowledging everybody else. Is how I perceive it, right? Angel Reese, more so because she's playing, she's a rookie and she got history with her. She also wants to highlight her. And Angel Reese does have buzz that doesn't, I think, get acknowledged enough, right? Her 2 years ago doing this. It's kind of where all this stuff started. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's been
So
a part of it. I said that in my
she has
initial, like she's been a part of it.
right. She has a big part to play. And she's always paying homage backwards, which is why earlier I said I think Caitlin can smooth all this over a little bit if she does a better job and a more consistent job of paying homage to those that have given her the platform to do what she do. And I don't think it gets done enough, which is where some of possibly the apprehension in doing that comes from. You see what I'm
But
saying?
when
Like,
I see Caitlin Clark in an interview and she's talking, it's always in the most humble manner. Like she's
not
like,
about
yeah,
her.
huh?
I'm not saying she's
Not a,
cocky, conceited, or arrogant. Nah, not at all.
I know, but what I'm saying is when she's talking, it's, hey, my teammates, yeah, we're da da da. You're like, yeah, we're playing da da da. Yeah, I'm just very, happy for. I'm excited for my parents and like my teammates and like I'm just ready for this
Yo,
opportunity to be
son.
here and it's amazing. Like that's
Yo.
it. Like, bro, like what's wrong with her interview? Her interview's freaking
No,
fine. It's the
nobody
most
said
basic.
nothing's wrong with it.
Okay, so she don't need
Nobody
to do
said
shit
nothing's
else.
wrong with
Bring up
it.
nobody
What I'm
else.
saying,
Like all she's doing is
what,
deflecting praise and saying how humble she is to be here and how great of opportunity this is, and da da da. And that's all you gotta do.
right. So again, if you feel you're being targeted, if you feel you're being hammered, if you feel like the refs are not giving you the fouls, even though you go to the free throw line, the third most in the WNBA, if you feel all these things is justifiable and you feel you got a target on your back that you're not excited about having or think you deserve, an easy way to help alleviate some of that is to do what everybody else does, from Kobe to Kareem to KD to Kyrie to all of these guys in interviews that they pay homage backwards to those that have paved the way. And again, you
She
don't
don't gotta
have
do
to do it.
shit. She don't gotta do
Right. I
shit.
just said that. I just
Exactly.
said you don't
And
have to
all she
do
gotta
it.
do is she gotta be a
But what
dog. And I think that's her mindset. And she's gonna be in them interviews. She's gonna be like, da da da. And at the end of the day, she's like, I'm gonna get used to this league. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing, But I'm gonna just continue to get used to these, and I'm gonna fuck y'all up. Simple as that.
And again, it's a perspective, it's an opinion. I think that can help her from feeling the way she feel. Because if you want to be
how does she
accepted,
feel? How does she feel?
She's being targeted. She feels like she's not getting enough calls. She feels like she's being hammered. Like these are all quote. These are things that she has said.
Okay,
so
but how do you know
that's
how
what
she
I'm saying
feels about that? How do you know that she wants?
Because
she feels necessarily bad about that. She may be like, "Oh yeah, bring that," and I'm going get my
well,
groove and fuck
that's
y'all
not
up.
the response. So cool. If that was the response, like, yo, I feel like I'm getting hammered, but don't worry, I'm gonna figure it out. And then that, like, I can.
Well, that's a dog. You don't gotta say it. You don't have to say it. You know it in your heart.
But no.
That's cool.
But hold
No,
on.
you give the humble response.
But now we're assuming. And I don't want to play the assuming game. I want to play the fact game, which is what's been said.
But you are assuming. So no, but you're assuming what she feels based off what she said. Because I can throw you for a loop with what I say.
So right. So she's out here playing mind games, and then yeah, she got me in a mind, like she messing with my mind. But what I'm saying is,
bro,
you feel like you're being targeted.
Ball. You play ball.
Right. So
sports.
So my response to getting beat up, right? Like when it happened as a freshman in college, wasn't to just, yo, damn, coach, man, like the news reporter for the paper come like, yo, yeah, they're hammering me. Like, no, it's like, yo, like this is different. Like I'm a like the nigga that just tossed me into the stands, yo, that nigga's 22 years old. This is a different grown strength that I wasn't accustomed to 6 months ago. I just gotta acclimate myself and get ready. Like that's a completely different response.
You're painting the picture as she's up there complaining. I don't doubt.
No, what I'm telling you,
that's not her energy.
You gotta listen. You gotta listen to what I'm saying. No, you're not. You're not. All I'm saying is what we have is what she said. That's what we can analyze is what she said. I'm not gonna
I'm staying with what she said. I'm staying with what she said. If I say, I'm getting hammered.
If you say you're getting targeted,
a lot of these things, I'm getting targeted. Correct.
Right.
Correct. All of it. That's fine. It doesn't have to come with an energy necessarily of I'm complaining and I'm whining. Do you understand what I'm saying? It can just be I'm saying it. I'm being interviewed. I'm being asked about it. All of it. I'm acknowledging it, perhaps, but I can still be saying all this is happening and it's cool. I got him. I got something for him. Watch. I'm just getting right. I'm just getting my feet.
Now, are you saying are you saying that can be in response, or is that just an internal?
I'm saying that
internal emotion.
No, you wouldn't say that. I'm saying that is an internal emotion. And what I'm saying is, I know because I play ball, you play ball, and just you've been around dogs, understand the mentality. Like that's what it is. She's the leading scorer from college. We've seen her in game. We've seen her under the light. We've seen how she competes. Like she's not out here and she's not doing it with her play on the court or otherwise. Like she's out there and, like you said, competing. So she already understands that. Like you're painting it as if it's like, oh, I'm complaining and whining to the press or the media.
I'm just talking about what's consistent. So however you view what's consistent is on you. I'm just going to talk about my perspective. So let me put it to you like this. Braun gets a lot of slack more recently because they feel like as a leader, he's not taking responsibility. Remember, they show clips of Kobe and Jordan talk about, oh, the job's not finished. It's not my teammates' fault. Because then Eddie House came on and was like, yo, you talk about you didn't have enough when we lost to Dallas. Like, you were supposed to be enough. And he was supposedly throwing his teammates under the bus. And so the response as that guy, people didn't like. But because she's not giving the response, right, we're moving the goalposts to saying like, yo, it's fine, it's cool. Like, no, if that's what the standard is, then that's what the standard is. And if you're not living up to the standard, but what you mean for what? Like it's
the standard for what?
What as a competitor, as a leader, as somebody that has been in a position like that, like, yeah, that's my stance. Like, all right, they're beating me up for a reason, because if they take me out the game, the team is not successful. So my job is not to show weakness, and the complaint of weakness. And again, it's a complete assumption because we don't know what she's feeling internally. You don't know. She could be feeling like go home and cry, or she could be going home and getting up 2,000 shots and hitting the weight room. We don't know. We don't know.
Okay.
But what we know is
On
that the
that note,
consistent
I won't even respond to that. Caitlin Clark could be going
good.
home and
So just
crying and
I
thinking
said
that,
she
you know,
could
this is
be.
too much for
She
her.
could.
Yeah, of
Do
course.
you
Yeah,
know?
of course, King. That's why
Do
I'm
you
saying, of
know?
course. That's why I'm saying, of course. That's why I'm saying, of course. And I won't even respond
Yeah.
to that.
So if you don't give it
So,
all right, so let me finish the thought. Don't respond then.
okay, go
Don't
ahead.
respond then.
Okay.
So
Nah, I'm done.
again, we don't know what she's doing. So at the end of the day, what we do know is that these are the things that are being said, and this is the perspective based off of what's being said, and that's all anybody can analyze. You can go play the game of know what's in her heart, because this is what she assumed. There's been a lot of flops, and there's been a lot of Hall of Famers that have been in her position, and you just don't know until you know.
There's been no complaining about Caitlin with Caitlin Clark. When you're in an interview, and that's what I'm saying. That's the picture you're painting. For some reason, I
I'm
don't know
not painting a
why,
picture. For whatever reason,
but she
you're
hasn't been
always thinking
complaining.
there's no
Pull it up
complaining.
right now. Pull it
All
up
I'm
right now.
saying is
Pull it up
what
right
she
now.
said.
Pull it up right now. Pull it up
If
right
you're
now.
getting
Pull it
hammered,
up right now.
and listen,
Which
that could
interview?
be a
Wait.
truth.
Which interview? Which interview? Which interview?
Pull up the
Hold
interview
on.
about her getting hammered. Pull it
Caitlin Clark,
up.
I'm getting
Maybe you should
hammered.
watch more and stop watching clips and watch. Have
I'm
you even watched her play this year?
getting hammered.
Have you watched her play this year? Now
Have I
you
watched her
can't
play
hear.
this year?
Yeah, have you watched a Fever game this year?
Yes.
Which
What's the
game?
next question? The one
Which game?
against Angel Reese, the Chicago Sky.
All right, so
What's the next
all right,
question?
so what you watched the whole game? Did she get beat up?
Yes. What's the next
You saw the
question?
play?
Yes, I did.
Was
So
she
what's the
getting the
next question?
calls?
No, they didn't give her the call. So what's the next question?
You're not watching.
Oh, okay. Okay, I passed
You're
the
not
test. Thank you.
watching. You're not watching.
You just asked me. You just
I
asked me
even
if I
give you
watched
the
the game.
answers to the test by telling you.
What are you
If
talking
she
about?
goes to
You
the
asked
free
me if I
throw
watched the
line,
game.
the third most in the WNBA. How are you not getting the calls? Is my point.
What are you
How are you
talking
not
about? You
getting
just
the
asked me if I
calls?
watched the game. You asked me if I saw the foul. I said yes. You asked me if she got the call. I said no.
No.
They did not
No,
call it on the court.
I said, is she getting?
What are you talking
I'm not
about?
talking about. I said, is she getting the calls? The complaint is that she's
She's
not
getting
getting the.
calls. She may feel like she's getting touched more than she's getting a call. That's even strategic to even say that. So, I mean, it is what it is, because when you say that, just like in a real game, a coach will complain about a call, and then next thing you know, the ref calls it on the next possession. So, I mean, I don't even understand what you're getting at.
You say you watch, so yeah, we still gotta wait to see.
Okay, Caitlin Clark on technical physicality. Okay, I mean, I got a 7-minute. Let's see, we got a 25-second clip. Hold on, let me try to.
You might gotta watch.
Hold up. Let's see here, because Kane said, she's doing so much complaining and she's whining and
And he's gonna always try to switch the narrative.
and so
He's gonna
let's
always
see
try to
what it
pull
is.
this out to make his point. Like, that's
No,
not what I said. Right?
before we start, what'd you say? Before we start, what'd you say? Because we might not even have to watch it. What'd you say?
I said that what she could do to help this situation, because if you're talking about getting hammered, you're talking about getting targeted, you're talking about all these things, is pay homage backwards, because I think that's what the ladies, all the other ladies are doing. You said that I said she's complaining because I'm talking about what she's doing, and that the approach isn't, you know what, I'm going to get it next game. You painted that, not me. Roll the clip. I never said that. I never said she's complaining I never said that. I said she could go home and cry, or she could go home and get up 2,000 jump shots. I said we don't know. We don't know. We're just analyzing what's being said. That's it.
So let me.
And you're trying to play on the heart. Oh, internally, this, that. Man, that's an assumption. And that might be a fact. But we don't know.
Okay, so look, bro, I'm trying to communicate with you so I can understand exactly what you're saying. So you're saying that because she said, I feel like I'm getting hammered, you're saying that what she should do is to pay homage so that she can stop getting hammered.
But
That's
now
your point.
I gave you the
No?
whole take back and forth, man. We just had 20 minutes of it. With this clip that
Bro,
we're
I'm just
about
trying
to
to
watch
I'm
about
just
her
trying to
getting
I'm
hammered,
just I'm just
if
trying to
she
sum it up so
listen,
I can
no, you're trying to sum it. That's not, yo, you got to listen better. In all
okay,
of
go
this,
ahead.
what I'm saying is, if this clip we're about to watch about her talking about getting hammered, all I said, and this is the assumption point, was the response when I brought up Braun could be, all right, cool, I'm getting hammered, but you know what? I'm gonna punish him next time we play. I love it, right? Like I said, Angel Reese said, like, I'm a rookie. I know I'm gonna get physical play. Like, I ain't tripping off that. I welcome it, right? There's two different responses. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying this response is a cry for help, that she can't handle the WNBA or whatever the hell you just think I just said. All I'm saying is it's two different responses, bro. That's
okay,
it.
so you're saying it's two different responses that you can go, and what are those two different responses? And
All
what is
right.
the
For
response
the fourth time, this response that we're about to see about that play, about her getting hammered, I then said, hey, Angel Reese got clothesline. Her response was, I'm a rookie. I know I'm going to get that, but I welcome it. I love it. It's two different responses. And why you call it hate for whatever generation it is. Hate ain't never changed.
Oh, wait, King, hold up. I'm not trying to argue. In this point, I'm not trying to argue. I'm trying to understand exactly what you said, so I understand if there's even an argument. So you said
All right,
one
roll the clip.
response.
Hold on, roll the clip so
What
you
you
can
said?
understand. Because have you seen this yet?
No, hold on. You're saying that one response is what Kate is what Angel said, and are you saying the second response is what she said?
Right. So roll the clip so then maybe this conversation might go a little better. Roll the clip so and then we can talk about it so you can understand.
Okay, hold on. Make sure that this is going. It's not going. Is it?
It was just playing.
I know it's playing. I'm trying to figure out if I can hear it or
Oh.
where is it going to system. Boom. Okay, I think I should be.
Yeah, I think just being competitive is who I am. It's what I've done my whole career. I think at times there's ways I can probably channel it a little bit better, but that's just basketball at the end of the day. No, that's never gonna change. I'm never gonna lose that. I feel like I'm getting hammered. I don't know. I appreciate Christy getting a tech too. Like, I don't know.
For me, this is my perspective. I heard that interview and I felt frustration. All right. I felt frustration out of Caitlin Clark when she was talking.
Wait, hold. But aren't we going back to assuming feelings again? That's what we thought we were staying out of.
I said this was my opinion. I said I'm talking about what I heard. I'm not talking about what she feels. You trying to make a play off of what she feels internally. I'm talking about what she said and how she said it. So that can be left up for interpretation. Because that was said by her and it was expressed by her.
Bro, what I'm saying is, okay, so let's go back to the original point so that we can stay on track. Okay, 1 second. All right, so your whole point was there's two ways that you can answer. Fuck, we done lost the fucking plot.
There's multiple ways.
Again.
There's multiple ways
so
that you
your
can
whole
answer.
point is
all
that
I'm saying is when you're in,
there's multiple points that you can respond to getting hit hard. I don't know, getting fouled hard on the court. There's multiple ways that you can respond to getting fouled hard on the court.
Yo, so her response again versus Angel Reese's response, and what I'm trying to show you is that in that response, in what she said, Angel Reese's response was, "I'm a rookie. I know I'm gonna get that." It's it is more welcoming versus more frustration. So if we wind it back to where we first started when I talked about certain things that Caitlin could do, if there is that image of hate that you talked about, a way of doing it, I said, was one, paying homage back. And for two, your approach when you do things of getting hammered, getting targeted, these type of things that you're trying to bring to light, these type of things that you're trying to do, you could take a more welcoming approach to it So and not make it a and I don't want you to twist my words. Don't make it a more what's being done to me type feel. That's why I wanted you to see Angel Reese's interview, because you'll get a different feel for how they both answer the question about them getting hit on the court.
And so, okay, so she would be having a more welcoming feel to her interview, in your opinion, in order to prevent it from happening again, or
It's
what?
never gonna not happen again because of who she is. So
Right.
again,
So she's doing it to
you
prevent
use
what?
the word. It started because you used the word hate. All right. So you feel that she's getting hated on. So all I did was give examples of an opinion on how I feel.
Nah, but I know this for sure.
Is true.
You've
to
changed
eliminate
multiple
that.
You've
No,
changed
I
multiple
haven't,
times,
because
which is why
if I
I'm
change it, it's
struggling
because you keep going
because
off of the rail
because
with
look,
your
because
you can't
look,
follow a
nah,
conversation, bro. That's the problem.
I'm just simply
Like
going
I've
off.
given it to you
I'm
piece
just
by
simply
piece.
I'm just
I've
simply
given it to you piece
going
by
off
piece,
of what you
B.
said, because the first thing that you said, the first thing that you said was she was talking about getting hammered and not getting the calls and this and that. And you said if she wants that to stop. That's what I heard first. If she wants that to stop, maybe she should. And then it went on, and then now it became if she wants to. So okay. So now we got it. All right, we got our finger on the button, got our finger on the plot. We got it wrangled down. What you're saying is, if she wants to change the perspective, what is she doing in this? What is she changing her interview tone, whatever, for? That's all I want to know.
You have the perspective of hate. I'm trying to tell you, I don't think it's hate. That's how we got on here, because you said the WNBA players are hating on her. That's the only thing I've talked about.
But I know that you just said that she should change her to a more Angel Reese style, right? So there's multiple ways.
Okay. So
what is the
you brought
problem
up?
With her
so
way?
Here we go. Now I think we got it.
Here we go.
You brought up hate. I gave an example of how, if there's hate, which I don't believe there is, but because 30 believes there's hate, here's an option. And I talked about paying homage because that's what everybody do.
Okay, right? So now we got to. So you're saying paying homage is going to stop my perceived hate?
Not necessarily stop it, but
I still don't have it.
A way to, it could be a way to help cultivate these relationships if there's hate, right? If your perspective is true.
All right, so if there's hate, her changing her way she's her changing the way that wait, this specific interview?
Oh my God.
Well, you're saying that she's been doing this. So you're saying that she's been in every interview. There's in an interview I've watched, I haven't seen it, but you're saying in every interview there are these, I guess, moments where she's frustrated, I guess, giving off frustration, and she should have a more welcoming approach, and then that will not completely, but a little bit, do away with some of the hate that I've perceived as hate. Is that right?
If you say so.
Bro, it's either right or it's not. What is your
I don't get what you can't comprehend. I don't get what you can't understand.
We have wasted time.
This is
there is no
way much difficulty with you trying to get you to understand basic concepts, bro.
Okay, because I'm done.
If
you don't have a point, there's no point.
I do have a point. I have a great one. I have a great one.
Make the point.
I already made it. I already made it. Why you can't listen? I already made it. And then listen, this is what you do. This is what you do. If I make a statement, you then try to turn it around to whatever way that is not.
For 20
I've already made it clear. I've already made it clear. I've already made it clear.
I'm trying to make it clear.
I've already made it clear. I've already made it clear. So I might need to speak in patois.
In communication.
Let me speak in patois so you can understand.
In communication, I don't understand. That's the problem. That's the problem. I don't speak patois.
Would that help you understand? I'm trying to find a way to help you understand.
In communication, well, one of the ways is letting me talk. In communication, you got to give it to the other person so they have to pick up what you're saying. So when I say help me make it clear and I ask you questions step by step on what you're saying and everything's like, no, that's not what I said. Did you say this? Well, no, I didn't say. Well, not completely. I mean,
No,
because
that's
you're not
false.
trying to get pinned down to anything and just make a bunch of
That's
general
false. That's
statements and
false.
talk in a circle. I mean,
That's
what can I
false.
do? I'm trying to pin it
That's
down. So I
false.
ask you clear questions. I ask you clear
That's
questions.
false. That's
So,
false.
well, that
That
has
is
to be right.
false.
So, okay. So, may I
That is
ask a clear
false.
question right now? May I ask a clear
Ask a
question right
clear
now?
question.
Cool. Was this your point that there are multiple ways for her to respond to getting no, well, it wasn't to getting fouled hard. Let me say that. Was that it? Was
Yes,
that your point?
there are. There are.
Okay, one of those ways, see, I'm trying to take it step by step so I get exactly what you're saying. One of those ways is the way that you said that um, Angel Reese responded, which you said was it felt more welcoming to you, and like she was calling for it. And then you said in Caitlin's
Not
response,
calling for it. I didn't not calling for it, but she was welcoming to the physicality, not calling
okay, she
for
was
it and telling welcoming. She wasn't being turned off by it. Like, oh man,
okay.
they're just picking on me because I'm a rookie type. Like,
Okay, she wasn't being turned off by it, and then Caitlin, she was more
the word I use seemed like
frustrated.
frustrated.
Had a more,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, more frustrated tone by it. And so you said these two ways, and she's better off using Angel's way to, and then you brought it back to my stance on perceived hate, that that response is going to help her in some way, however much, with the hate that I'm perceiving that she's getting.
Those are two different thought processes. The hate and this interview and this response was two different processes. So when you brought up the hate, the conversation transitioned to that. So to your point, Angel Reese's response is a more welcoming response to the masses. I feel like, this is my opinion. That's what I feel. If you're getting hammered, if you're getting targeted, if you're getting beat up as a rookie, right? It's more welcoming to be like, you know what, man, I understand it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I am getting beat, but I get it. Like, let's go. Next game. Let's go. What else you got? That type of approach for me is something that I'm more receptive to.
Okay. I think so I get it. And I think that you may, if you look at energy, it may, and again, and just like you said, like my energy was assumed. And so what I'm saying here is when I heard the whole interview of Caitlin's interview, what I heard from in the beginning of the interview was her talk about competition, her talk about that is this league, her talk about you know, I'm a competitor, I'm always be a competitor. That is this league. This is what I signed up for. All of that was at the forefront. And so in my opinion, like you gave your opinion, in my opinion, that covers that. And then she went on to say, I feel like I'm getting hammered. Which is just her truth. I, on the other hand, don't think it makes much difference how she answers that interviewer's question. I think that's um, a moot point and a waste of our last 20 minutes. So thank you, King, for that great point.
So also mind you, that interview, oh yeah, King talked about getting those.
Yes,
I'm glad you
sir.
did.
Good job, King.
Also understand that I brought up 3 other components about being targeted, not getting calls.
We don't have
this
time.
is the
We don't have.
perception.
I promise we
This
don't
is
have
the
time
perception.
for all
I mean,
those.
you gotta
Like,
you
you just
gotta
have these.
first of all, you gotta watch the game to know
Congratulations
to
to
know
King.
what people are talking about.
This has
Like,
these weird 20-minute points that mean nothing.
no, like you're the only
then
person, son,
it
that
take
don't
us
follow,
20 minutes
that don't
to figure
follow,
out what the
like,
hell
it's
he's
hard
trying
for you
to
to
say,
comprehend for whatever
and then
reason.
we
Yo,
figure it out.
you just try to make it what makes you look good.
Appreciate it.
I get it.
I guess.
I get it.
Thank you for that interview, and that was cool, man. So y'all, man, it's the
Again,
Built
we
Different
go through
podcast.
this.
Where else can you
Man.
get you know what I'm saying, a 20-minute point like that? So
The only place you need to get it from the real basketball guy.
It's good.
Like basketball people will follow it, man. We'll have a dope
I'm still the basketball guy.
I don't know what this guy be doing, but we should probably never talk basketball with him.
I haven't lost my title.
Ryan on here.
I should get a belt.
Get
I should get a belt.
Who else should we get on here, bro?
Shouldn't be on here. The basketball. It should be a championship belt. Because I mean, if you was a basketball guy, you wouldn't have picked the Timberwolves, and you wouldn't have thought that AE was.
And you're the basketball guy that think Bron the GOAT. You're the basketball guy that thinks Bron the GOAT.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Exactly.
I rest my case. I rest it
too. I rest it as well. All right, man.
I guess it's generational. I guess if you don't watch basketball, you don't know how to really pick.
I watch as little basketball as I watch, it's crazy.
Not a much.
And I still
not enough.
I can still walk circles around you.
So you got
basketball conversation,
you got one
in analysis.
You got
and
one
get the series
so
right, and you get it wrong. Come on now. It's the basketball guy signing out, man. I'm that guy.
You got one series
he was wrong, and you just gotta earn your trust back with us. It's gonna be okay.
I thought we ended the segment. I thought we done.
You just gotta earn your trust back with us. People need you to be better. That's what we want from you, King. To improve, to be better. Right now, I'm the basketball guy. I don't want to be the basketball guy. But I gotta be. I gotta be. I'm doing what I have to do for us. I had to put on this crown.
Let us know who you think
you couldn't wear it because you let the people down. They put money on AE. They put money on the Timberwolves. They trusted you as the basketball guy, and you left them hanging out to dry.
My bad, Vegas. Me and you must be we wrong.
Good night, people.